Morning, we have a new gardener joining us, joining the Good Day family, and we'd like to introduce you to Dr. Kira Sims, the Coleman County Extension Coordinator with the Alabama Cooperative Extension System. Dr. Sims, good morning.
Good morning.
Good to see you. So you are going to be answering questions and giving gardening tips when Bethany O'Rear, our other expert who's been with us for many years, is not able to be with us over time. So good morning to you, and welcome to the Good Day family. Tell us a little bit about yourself and how you got into all things gardening.
Yeah, sure, no problem. So originally I'm from Opelika, went to school at Auburn, so I have a undergrad and master's degree there from the Department of Horticulture, and grew up somewhat in the gardening or horticultural realm. So my grandfather was a research assistant down there at Auburn. And so it was kind of natural fit. My uncle owns a plant nursery just north of Auburn. And so worked there for several summers as a high school student, had agriculture or horticulture in high school, and just kind of felt like plants were the route to go. And then my master's was actually focused on student recruitment. So I kind of shifted and focused on the people side of horticulture. But I've always enjoyed gardening. Love to be outside, doing anything pretty much outside. Ended up in North Carolina as an extension agent up there, working with master gardeners and helping folks with their horticulture problems and questions. And then had the opportunity to pursue a PhD from NC State. And so that was also in horticulture, but my background kind of spans the gamut, anything from landscape, so trees and shrubs, all the way over to weed science and a focus on small fruits such as blueberries and strawberries. So it just kind of has worked out that my career has lined up with my interest. And now as the County Extension Coordinator here in Coleman, I get to do a little bit of that, but also a lot of community work. And so I still work with master gardeners. And then just we had several phone calls yesterday, people coming in with questions about identifying plants and weeds and how to, take care of some of the challenges that many gardeners face whenever they're out there working.
Well, while you're talking, we've been looking at some of the photos of some of the events that you obviously are a part of on a regular basis. But you mentioned you come to this from a family influence, but on a personal level, what is it about gardening in the outdoors that you love so much?
Yeah, so it's almost like a solace for me, or a sanctuary, if you will. The opportunity to be outside, even as a young child, I got into pulling weeds with my dad. He would go out in the yard and he'd just sit down and he'd pull weeds. And so probably as a child, I didn't realize that it was therapeutic then. But even today, it's almost a mindless activity. And for somebody like myself, who my mind is constantly going, to have something that I can sit down and just not have to think a whole lot is really helpful. So, and then also other passions of mine include hiking and kayaking and camping. And so for me, being able to go out into the natural world and just see the beauty that is creation is just awesome. And I've recently kind of moved into a new arena and interest, and that's kind of your natives, your wildflowers. So going out in the spring and even this time of the year and figuring out, because honestly, that was not my background. It's not something I'm comfortable with. But as I go out and I get to explore that stuff, just kind of realizing that we have natural beauty out there. We don't always have to plant it and plan it, in a landscape setting. So just the chance to decompress, to be outside. And truly, there is research that shows that it is therapeutic. So I've got several friends that have gone that route and actually are doing some of that stuff now.
Yeah, I've talked to people, my mom, one of them, who would always say she loved working in the yard. It just made her happy. So I know a lot of people feel that way. As we wrap up with you, talk about Alabama, and we have so many natural beauties here outside, natural plants and those type of things. Wrap up talking about that, maybe some things we don't know about. We got her. There we go. Did we lose our audio?
And so there is lots of stuff. We have lots of water to explore, and with that water comes lots of organisms, be it turtles and fish and just animals that are attracted to the water. But we also have a wide diversity of insects, of birds. And so being able to get out there and to explore those things, I will kind of put a small plug in. There's several apps out there that will help you identify things. And so if you ever are out there and you're not sure, if you've got your phone, at least take a picture of it. And then you can come back either to your extension office and you can share that with them, or using some of these phone apps will help you to identify what it is, because it's always cool to learn new stuff. And there's a lot of things out there that most of us don't know about.
Yeah.
And so just taking those opportunities to learn.
That is cool. All right, we're going to wrap up, but give us where would we find one of those apps that you would recommend that would be fun to have on your phone?
Yep. So personally, the one I use is called Seek, SEEK, and it's by iNaturalist. And so it identifies both plants, animals, mushrooms, organisms, insects, all kinds of things.
That is so cool how it can do that. All right. Well, thank you so much, Dr. Kira Sims. We appreciate you being with us, becoming a part of the Good Day family, and we'll be talking with you over the next several months. Thank you.
Yes, yes, ma'am. Thank you.